everybody, welcome to MT Guitar. Thanks for joining us today. We're doing some Lydian Mode Licks, and I've composed 3 licks. I'm going to go over note for note. I'm also going to break down what Lydian is, how to improvise over it, what kind of chords we can play Lydian over, and also how to make up your own licks and riffs, and just in general how to use it in your lead playing. So the Lydian mode is the 4th mode of the major scale, and I'll break down kind of what that means and how to think about it, and also how to play it without thinking of it as a mode from the major scale, but in terms of it being the tonic. Meaning you could have a C major 7 sharp 11 chord, which I'll show you a few ways to play that. Also some positions you can look at. There'll be a tab for this on the Patreon that you can download, and we're growing that platform over there, so check it out. And there's also a few days left, I think about 5 days left, for the guitar lesson giveaway, for you to give a submission by following me at MT Guitar Lessons and posting a short video practicing or performing a song you've learned from my channel. And you could tag me in the video or direct message me. So thanks for checking that out. We've got some great submissions. Other than that, subscribe and hit the notification bell and the thumbs up. And I really appreciate all the wonderful comments we've been getting. So with that, let's jump on into this lesson. All right, so let's start with the theoretical breakdown of what Lydian mode is, define it a little bit, and talk about how we can think of it in terms of music theory and in terms of the guitar. If we take a major scale, let's say we have a G major scale, we have 7 notes, right? First note, all the way to there. So that would be 7 notes before it repeats, and before the octave repeats all the notes. So we have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because if we start the major scale on any note besides the first one, we can play in a different mode. So there are 7 modes of a major scale. And there's a minor scale in there. It's called Aeolian. The 5th mode is Mixolydian. You may have heard of these modes. And the 4th mode is Lydian. Now, what does that mean? Well, for one thing, it means we can kind of turn our brain off and just say, if I just play, and I don't mean that facetiously, but just follow my logic here for a sec. If I say we play the G major scale starting on a C, we would essentially have a Lydian mode. Okay, I just started and stopped from C, from the 4th note of the G major scale, without even really, thinking about anything too deeply. Okay, I start here, and then I say I'm going to play this mode, playing the same notes that are in a G major scale. Now that's great because it's a great starting place as to how to get the right notes and how to visualize the C Lydian scale. But as promised, I told you that there are other ways to think about it besides just that. It's true that it is the 4th mode of a major scale. However, what we also want to do is we want to analyze the Lydian scale independently so that we can understand the notes that it possesses beyond just being the 4th mode of the major scale. So what we want to do is play a Lydian scale and see what's different from the major scale. Okay, so here's the 1, 2, 3. Here is a sharp 4. When we have a sharp note, that means we lift it a half step or a fret. Because normally in a C major, if this were a C major scale, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So now we have do, re, mi, and then a sharp 4, which in the solfeggio would be Fi, but I'm not teaching a solfeggio lesson here, so just ignore that. 1, 2, 3, 4, sharp 4. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5. Okay, and then everything's the same as a major scale. 6, 7, 8. 8 is the same as 1. So you have a sharp 4 in a Lydian scale. And, this is hugely important because it shows up in film music, it shows up in jazz, it shows up in rock, metal, it shows up in Pink Floyd. I mean, it shows up in a lot of bands, a lot of styles, where it sounds quite quite interesting and beautiful. And, you know, it's basically something that sounds kind of mysterious almost. So you want to know that that sharp 4 is there so that you can make those adjustments in your scale and play accordingly. Okay, so I want to teach two positions of the Lydian scale, because as soon as you understand that it has a sharp 4, of course you want to grab your guitar and start playing it. So let's do an open position, meaning using the open strings, and then we'll do a 7th position, meaning index on the 7th finger. And these are the two positions that are pretty much used for the 3 licks that I'm going to teach you. Okay, and you can see how it can be applied. So let's start with the open position. We'll do this 3rd fret C here, which is basically the bass, right? The root note. Open, 4th string, 2nd fret, 4th fret. That's the sharp 4. 3rd string open, 2nd fret, open, 1st, 3rd, open, 2nd fret. There's the sharp 4 again. 3. So C major 7 sharp 11, that would be the chord I'd recommend for that specifically. So let's cover the scale in 7th position. So we'll start with the bass here, the C note on the 8th fret, bass string. 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 7, that's the sharp 11, or sharp 4 I should say. 8, 10, 7, 8, 10. And you want to think of these scale degrees as 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Okay. All right, let's get to the riffs. So hopefully this makes sense, this theory breakdown. It's not something that you know, you can expect to understand instantly, but if you take some time and listen to that sharp 11 sound, your ear will start to recognize it more and more, and you can use it and utilize it. It takes a while. It's like learning a new word, right? You have to repeat it a while. So let's go through riff number 1, lick number 1. I kind of got a little fancy here with the slides. So we're going to start 1st string, 10 to 12, slide. Let me just play the riff a little bit slowly, and then we'll go over note for note. All right, so let's go over that note for note now. We're going to do this 10 to 12th fret slide, then 10 to 8 on the 2nd string, 11th fret, 3rd string, 8th to 7th slide, then 9 to 7 pull off, then 9 to 10 hammer on, then 7th fret, and then 8th fret bass. So those first 2 bars here, ready? That'll be the rhythm. Now we do 10 to 12, and then 10th fret 1st string, 12 to 10, and then 8 to 7, and then 9th fret, and then 8th fret bass. So those last 2 bars would be sharp 11 here, sharp 11 here on the 7th fret. That's all C major regularly. And then 7th fret 2nd string would be a sharp 11. Okay, good. Second line of this riff would be a very similar, well, actually identical start, but the last 2 bars are different. So same start here. Okay, that's the same. Then the last 2 bars, we have this really cool kind of Pink Floyd inspired riff here. We go slide up to 10 to 12 to 14. Okay, do you spot the sharp 11? It's right there, 14th fret. Now we'll do a half step bend, and then back down, and then 12th fret, 13. 13th fret, second string is the root, is the C note. So let's do the whole line nice and slow. Ready? 3, 4. All right, good. So that's the whole riff. When you get that nice and fast, you can try it along with the demo. Now let's do lick number 2. The first one's actually the hardest, just because I wanted to get my chops going on that first riff. Now the second one is a little more manageable, a little less sliding around. We'll stay in the 7th position, I think, the whole time. So get in 7th position with your index there, and 10th fret 4th string with the pinky, and you're going to go 10, and then 9th fret 3rd string, 7th to 8th hammer on 2nd string, back to 7, 9, 7, and then 10, and then 8, 7, 7, first string, 10, 8. So the whole first 2 bars would be Can you spot the sharp 4? We'll highlight it here. 7th fret, 2nd string is sharp 4. Okay, so sharp 4, sharp 4. All right, second 2 bars, or second half of the line, I should say. So that would be 10, 9, 7, 8, hammer on, 7, 9, 7, 10, 8, 7, 10. So the whole line, nice and slow, 3, 4. Okay, good. All right, the second line starts exactly the same until the end of the second bar, and then the last 2 bars are also different. So we have that's the same as before, but then we go 10th fret, 8, 7. Okay, and then the last 2 bars, 8, 7, pull off, 10th fret, 2nd string, 8, 7, pull off, 9, 7, pull off, and then 9. So let's do the whole last line together really slow here. 3 and 4 and. Okay. Again, you can do it at tempo with the demo. The last riff is arguably the easiest in some ways. However, when you do open positions, they can also be the toughest because we can't rely on a scale shape pattern that is movable. But they're really fun, and if you ever play bluegrass or country, you'll recognize these open shapes. They're all over the place. Right. A lot of cliches in the open position, so you really do want to spend time with the open position scales, although they can be a little bit annoying if you're used to playing positionally. All right, so we have a steady stream of 8th notes here. We're going to do 3rd fret, 5th string, open, 2nd, open 3rd string, 4th fret, there's the sharp 11, O, 2, O, then 1, O, 2, O, 4, 2, O. So let's do that, those first 2 bars here. Nice and slow, 3 and 4 and. Okay, the second 2 bars is similar, but we end it differently. 3, O, 2, O, 4, O, 2, O. Second string O. Now, first string, 2, O, 3, 1, O, 2, O. The second fret first string would be the sharp 4. So the whole first line, nice and slow, 3 and 4 and. second line is going to be identical at the beginning, and then we end it slightly differently. So, first 2 bars. This is all the same still. 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and then we play a C major 7 sharp 11. Okay. 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. I'm barring the 2nd fret. So mess around with this, and one of the golden rules about scales is the more you improvise, the more you'll learn them, which is something that people forget sometimes, because if we just run a scale up and down only, we're not necessarily learning the scale in a way that's intuitive or practical. We're just getting the shape down. But then you want to take it to the next level, create your own melodies. Try some patterns out. Okay. So there's my last little piece of advice there. But enjoy this. Remember to experiment, and also to take your time with it. It's not something that will be absorbed right away, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a beautiful scale mode. So with that, let me know if there's any questions, and enjoy. All right, well done, everybody. Definitely fun to work on the Lydian mode and get some riffs under our belt. So go ahead and subscribe to MT Guitar and hit the notification bell. And thanks for watching. Remember to have fun and enjoy playing guitar, and we'll see you next lesson. Bye.